Welcome to another episode of my Motortown playthrough. Today it's finally time to do some semi-trucking. After all, the latest update on the beta branch introduced these new trailers here. So I definitely want to do something with them. And I won't just be using any old cab, I'll be using the one that I bought for myself. So this is mine. Did a few upgrades already. Spent a bit of time just making money, buying a few things, also testing out all that stuff in the meantime. And today we are gonna have to look around what we'll do with it. But first I think I need to give you guys a bit of an overview of what I've done with this thing so far and also additional upgrades that I want to apply later down the line. This thing is definitely far from being finished, but right now it's already doing a pretty good job and it will only get better from here. So let's visit the upgrade shop and then have a quick look around. I don't want to make this too lengthy, I also want to get into trucking proper today, but yeah, to give you guys the overview of what we have here already. Better radiator, turbocharger, transmission is still the same. I don't know if I want to change that anyways. A bit of things done to this suspension, especially making the rear wheels come out a bit further. Different paint job, different rims and that kind of stuff, so looking all pretty good here. I think the next big one that I want to do is going to be an engine swap actually. This is the entry-level engine for trucking, and the other engines are the ones that we can find in the larger semi-trucks, but this can also fit in here. The only question is which one do I want to go with. I think 260 horsepower base is a bit underpowered, even though it comes up to 301 right now thanks to the turbocharger. 350 would be the next upgrade, but that also costs 50k. 70k for the 440 horsepower, which used to be the strongest one before the new strongest semi-truck was introduced with its own engine. And that's gonna take forever to get. I don't want to have all the in-between upgrades because I think once I get the larger engine or the larger semis, once I switch over to one of those things, I won't be doing the incremental upgrades. I'll just see that I unlock the best engine, get the money, and then get that installed. But I'm so far away here that maybe it's worth waiting for this one, but I don't really want to do all the upgrades. Let me just check where I'm at with my levels. 44, okay, that's not too far away. Another thing that I definitely want to do, and I'll do so now, is get the angle kit. 10 degrees more steering angle is definitely not the worst thing to have, and it's gonna help me maneuver the thing around in a very good manner. Okay, and here we go, and as I already told you guys, this won't be the only semi-truck that I'll be getting. The thing about this is it's by far the lightest, the smallest, and I think in the end I might just keep this as a bit of a racing truck. Might need a racing livery and I'll take care of that at some point. But that's kind of a plan for this one. It's still gonna be good for trucking in the end, but that's also something that I can do with the other stuff as well, while this one is uniquely qualified to be a racing truck. Also should have maybe showed you guys that yeah, I'll be using this trailer here, by the way. The thing I wanted to get into real quick, a lot of the semi-trucks have additional storage boxes available. These ones over here are the two slots that I have on this one. And it allows me to choose between either toolboxes where I can put in some of my stuff that I have on myself. You can see it in the bottom right, so we have the strap for strapping down cargo and also a flashlight that I just recently got a more powerful version of. Those can be stored in the tool crate. I think there's like 5 spaces there, so that's pretty useful. But I just went with an upgrade to my fuel capacity, so those are additional fuel tanks. once we eventually go down to the refinery, and that's gonna take a while, I'll be able to just yeah, go a bit further with this truck. It should help me out at least a little bit. But today I want to try out the Lomax trailer and just see how it works out with vehicle deliveries on the grand scale. So the question is, do I go straight to the bus, which I'm not entirely sure. Okay, it should fit on here, but oh god, no it doesn't. It certainly doesn't. I think I better start with something a bit smaller. Also, let me check. Can I get out of here and start the cars myself? Oh no, I cannot access them. That's oh, here we go. Okay, there's very little fuel in there. But the thing I really want to do is check around and see where it needs to go. It needs to go to the dealership over there. So that's very close by, which is good. And let's check the next one. Just so I can grab some that go to the same place or at least similar places. This one needs to go straight to the hospital. Might be a medical emergency. And this one also needs to go straight to the dealership. What about this one here? That needs to go a bit further, which might be a bit more appropriate for this one. And oh wait, no, that's a vehicle that we can use here. What about that one? Also close by, and yeah, there aren't too many other vehicles up in front. I would like to go a bit further than just the 400 meter trip. So I'll quickly check this one as well. It goes to the heavy duty dealership, and so most likely does the other one. Can I even drive a bus yet? I shouldn't be able to. But for this one it's okay because this is a job vehicle. Okay, I guess I'll be loading on this one and maybe this one here. Yeah, it's also same location. Just have to be clear about where I'm going. The worst thing I could do is load on this car and then the other one that needs to go to the spot further away, and then put this in front and then have to switch over everything at the next location. I may still need to get stronger suspension. This thing is quite wobbly. But let's see how the entire trailer works to begin with. I have never used this and I'm pretty excited about it. God, that's a slow ramp. I took a closer look at the Discord the other day and oh god, don't want to tilt it down too much. I saw some people mention that maybe the ramp is a bit short, and I can already tell what they mean by that. We'll have to see how it works out. And is this some sort of glitch? Am I not supposed to be able to even get in here? Because it doesn't seem to work from the driver's side. I need to go in through the passenger side. I mean, I have to load them onto this thing somehow. Okay, let's strap this all down. Hope that there's enough space for the other car, which is a bit longer. Might have to get the Defi or the 2CV instead, but I'll try this one first. Just out of curiosity. It's already scraping thanks to the... oh god. Thanks to the short ramp and the angle that gives me. Did I turn off the other one? I don't know if I can even get in here now. Yeah, should probably turn off the engine. So let's get this loaded. Deja vu. Oh, it works, that's nice. I won't be able to completely pull up the ramp, but I think that's gonna be alright. I don't know if it's planned like this. I mean, this is definitely a long car. This is not necessarily a short one, so I don't know how... Oh, it's not exceedingly short. I don't know if this was supposed to be such a tough fit. Tilt up a little bit. It's already a little bit too much. So something like that. I hope that's gonna work out. And now let's get going. Yeah, this thing is a bit wobbly. Honestly, if I found more vehicles to go to the same location, I would love to load something onto the... Oh no, wait, the rollback truck is not for deliveries here. Or it's for the deliveries, it's not something that needs to be delivered. Otherwise, I would load something onto the rollback truck, then load that onto this thing, and then keep on going with the rest. What's funny, another one of those trailers around here that's parked as a bit of a prop that we cannot actually use is... let me just show you guys instead of only talking about it. There is a double-story vehicle transporter, which is kinda neat. But I think that's just another asset pack vehicle that we are never going to get ourselves. It's the one up in front, and I'm making a bit of a mess here. I don't know if that could possibly even work here with how it's set up, but it would be kinda interesting. It's definitely a bit too high. It's also longer than this one, at least in terms of the overall length on where you can park the cars. It would be amazing getting a version of that for the game here. It's never gonna be the default version, I don't think, but yeah, just having a model of that made for the game and be able to use it, that would be next level. I mean, this is already a significant step up from the other stuff. From only having single vehicle transportation methods, like the rollback Kira or any of the wreckers that can tow a vehicle. There's also another way you can do the entire thing. Not put it onto a truck, but instead just towing it behind you. That's usually something that I go for if I want to just continue playing as a tow truck driver, but don't have anything to tow anymore. Oh god. I don't know if this whole thing would be helped by having free access, but I'm willing to try that eventually. Have to see about that. And I can already tell you guys, once I get my own version of this thing here, once I purchase this thing, I'll be likely installing a few lights to make it light up in the dark a bit more. Just to make it easier to see. Speaking of lights, I'll also likely get a few light bars or something for the truck here. Even if this one doesn't really strike me as one that needs a lot of modification. I mean, racing livery is planned, don't know what it's gonna be yet, but that's gonna be cool, hopefully. But besides that, I'll have to see. I don't know if lamps actually add weight to the vehicle. For racing, that would be kinda not amazing. Let's see. We are here at our destination. Let's see if I can just unload it like this. Needs to be on the ground. So, yeah. Just gonna do it like that. And see that I tilt this down, unload all the vehicles, and we should be making some money here. I wonder how this is gonna go in terms of reward scaling, since I'm now transporting 2 of them. That's another thing that I'm not too happy about regarding this game. You always have to ask yourself, how is it gonna scale for the rewards once you use something? I mean, this was not a long trip, so I get that this doesn't give me too much more. Just gonna park that over here before it despawns. Because, I mean, the problem is, even if you get like a vehicle that has really good capacity for something, you don't always feel like you are really getting something out of it. You may be making more money with what you deliver than anybody of 51%. Huh, that must have gotten banged up for some reason. You may still be making more money than if you were using the smaller vehicle, but it's anywhere near as you would expect. So just making, or just having twice the amount of capacity, you'll maybe be making 50% more or something. And while I get that it's kind of balanced so that people who have large trucks and all of that, who have high capacity vehicles, don't just completely break the economy. It's just the way it's set up, it doesn't feel good. And I think that's the thing that needs to be addressed in the end. Also, a weird thing regarding some of the way the whole loading thing works, it's when I did the milk transportation with another character, I won't be getting into this right now because it's a tough job and I need a better truck for that. Because you need to go on a dirt road and you can easily get stuck there. When I did that using the old milk trailer, which could hold 20 units, that was a decent enough payout and everything. Now there's a larger trailer. 3 axles, capacity for 40 units, so twice as much. And I would be expecting to make a bit more money than if I was using the 20 unit trailer, which of course is no longer an option anyways. But the thing is, with me getting stuck there, I wouldn't necessarily even want the 40 unit thing to be fully loaded, because that might be unusable and I could potentially really just get stuck without any way of getting out of that situation anymore. But when you then consider that you cannot just load the 40 unit trailer to the halfway point and expect to be making the same amount of money than if you were using the 20 unit trailer, something is kinda messed up there. The thing about this is that the game always calculates the value of an item compared to the overall capacity of the car and how much space that item would take up. Oh, I think there's gonna be another thing going down to downtown and the luxury dealer. That's nice. So in the end, I would make, if I had both trailers available to finish that point, I would make more money using the 20 car or the 20 unit trailer, filling that up completely, than if I was using the 40 unit trailer and filling that up to 20. I think even 25 would give me less than the other way, or with just the 20 unit trailer, because it always calculates according to the overall capacity, not what I have loaded. It doesn't matter how much I have loaded, it's just I could be loading more, and if I'm not doing that, that's on me. Okay, this is not gonna be oh, that's not gonna go without sketches. Also, I should potentially not put these completely up to the front there. I'll have to see how that goes. I don't expect the maximum payout for this. Also should have maybe checked twice that I have the same location for both of these, but I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the case. Oh god. So it feels like the trailer is a bit short. Unless you are meant to not ever pull up the back here and just have the cars partially resting on that. I'm not entirely sure about that. Yeah, that's the same location, so let's go. So yeah, I guess I'll be getting a new engine soon enough, because this is really going quite slow, and this is likely still one of the more easy to do jobs with a semi. I already did some small deliveries with the container trailers. It's alright, it works out, but yeah, going uphill, not a good idea. So as long as I can go over to something that's on the same level as me with nothing too drastic in the middle, that's alright. But everything else is likely just gonna be a huge amount of pain for not enough gain. So I'll have to see how that goes. And what else is there? I could try delivering some milk or something, but as I said before, yeah, that's not gonna be too much fun. And maybe I even need an entirely new semi for that. 3 axis would definitely be the way to go for that. Then again, I don't know. I've done a bit of testing and it didn't ever feel like too much of a difference between 2 axis and 3. But I should be careful about that and yeah, try to not get stuck. This is kinda cool, just seeing just having the longer trailer now, and it's it's so unusual for this game. It's just on a completely different scale than what we had before. Like the new ones, they are so long. It's tough to get used to, but it's also just pretty fun and all of that. I still have to wonder if there couldn't be anything done with free real estate on the back of my semi there. It feels like that would be predestined for another car to be parked up there. It might need a bit of hydraulic to lift up the car that's up in front, or turn that into a ramp so that it can actually go up there, but it feels like we are missing out by not using that for anything. I think the real question is, once I have enough money, what am I gonna do with that? New engine for the truck here, definitely. Am I going to buy a trailer? I'm not entirely sure yet. I mean, I want the trailers, but I really need to be tactical on what I'm gonna get at which point. Otherwise, I'll just shoot myself in the foot. You know what, I'll let Jesus take the wheel for a moment. I need to repair the buses here. They have been making a bit of money. The session hasn't gone for too much longer than when I started the video. So this is not really all that amazing. It could be a bit better, but it's doing something. Also, I'm pretty sure this will have a positive effect on my overall rewards. I think there's some scaling in that. But yeah, this thing is capital S slow. It's S to the low. Slow. And damn is it black this night. I mean, night and rain. Yeah, of course, there's not gonna be too much light from the sky. But we are over the hill now, so to speak. Also quite literally, I think it's downhill from here. Hopefully not literally, or I mean only literally and not metaphorically. Getting back into top gear. Nobody else out here, he says, as a car spawns. And now I'm gonna take a few bets. Am I going to get the breaking point right, or am I completely going to screw myself here? That's the end of the road. Also, yeah, tactical move going into the left lane to turn right. I just try to take a bit of speed with me, but yeah. When I just had the trailer drag me along. But yeah, I think once I have enough money here, I'll be getting the better engine, and then maybe next time some container stuff. I should also try to get into the different supply chains soon enough. There are a few things that can really pay out quite well. And I'm not entirely sure about all the different supply chains, but there are a few around the place that should already be accessible. I think airport supply food stuff and all of that should be alright. There's also the whole supply chain about fast food, which needs milk from the dairy farm, meat containers from the harbor, which sounds weird if you put it like that. And then you can take cheese and patty meat from the factories over to the fast food joints, which will then give you some real good food that allows you to make a lot of bonus money. Although that also has been nerfed recently, then again it was way overpowered anyways, and I completely missed my stop. Yay. And now I'm stuck on a slope. I don't know if that NPC expect me to be careful with them. You're definitely supposed to look at what I'm doing, not me looking out for whatever you are planning there. Completely wrecked him, turned it around, but it's all their failure. It's not my mistake. So let's see how this pays out, but honestly after that trip, at the very least I need a better engine. This is really just me crawling along and trying to get some stuff done. And I think we can do better than that. I've also done a bit more regarding the blue boxes, but I don't just want to become a professional blue box salesman. I do a few resupplies for the military base every now and again, but I don't want to overdo it. And oh, that's nice, 11k, almost 12. I'm just gonna put it here and see how much this one is gonna go for. This might be heavily damaged, but who knows. And we're not getting this down here without a scratch. 60%, it's not that amazing, but we did it. Yeah, I think it was a worthwhile payout, so let me now see where I can get rid of the trailer. For the time being, I would rather do something else and come back to this once I have a more suitable engine in the semi, or just a completely different semi. And I think that will then also be it for this episode. But yeah, considering that I have the weakest engine in the semi right now, you can really not expect any wonders, and I don't really know what would be a good idea to start with. Maybe just drive and stuff, and trying to not carry anything too heavy. The thing is that the old trailers were all quite a bit shorter than this stuff. So it feels like I'm kinda out of my league here, but then again, the thing can pull it. Not entirely without problems, but it's definitely capable. But yeah, maybe single container deliveries would be the way to go for this one right now. Maybe we do that next time around. I don't think I want to invest in a trailer quite yet. I'd rather save my money, do something else in the meantime. I think it's better to just keep the money for upgrades for the semi for the time being, and then later, once we have all of that going, then we can get the trailers. Right now they don't give me too much of an advantage. I could maybe do a bit of suspension stuff, but that doesn't seem to be too much of a problem anyway, so yeah, the default ones are quite alright. It's definitely my engine that's the weak link over here. Okay, that barely works. I'm touching the fence with my rampware, so let's get rid of it. Okay, that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see what I'll do the next time. I kinda wanna do crude oil delivery, but I think that would just be very boring. I'll have to see. I also need to increase my levels just to be able to buy the new engine. So yeah, I guess that's what I'll be working towards next time, and see how far we can get there. Till then, have a good one. Bye bye.